Hi, welcome back. This is Frank with Same Day Restoration. So we're going to continue our Mitigation 101 series, and today we're going to have Vert Environmental out here with us today to talk about the dangers of asbestos. Okay, so we're back with Sandra from Vert Environmental. Sandra, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm Sandra Jacinto with Vert Environmental. I've been with the company about a year now, and I have learned so much about the industry and how it works. And we love working with Same Day Restoration, so we're honored to be a part of this video segment.
No, likewise, we enjoy working with you also, and there's a lot of questions, a lot of concerns regarding asbestos. People, a lot of urban legends and different opinions out there. So we thought we'd bring in the experts and kind of go over some of the basics that people ask on a day-to-day basis. So I think one of the biggest questions people ask, is when do I need to test for asbestos? So tell us when that needs to happen.
Typically, you need to test for asbestos when there's a renovation, a remodel, or simply when you need to mitigate. You don't want to cut through walls and stuff until you get it tested.
Yeah, no, we're very familiar with Sandra. Can you get out here? How soon can you get out here? So yeah, we understand that guideline. So would you say that this is for every unit, every building, or what's the delineation factor, if there is, between having to test one unit versus not at all?
Well, typically, if there's a unit you haven't tested, you don't know if it has asbestos until you test it. So we highly recommend that you get it tested, and then that's when you get the report back, and you'll know whether or not it has asbestos or not. Surprisingly enough, there's still products at Home Depot with ingredients that contain asbestos. So, like I said, you want to get it tested prior to any type of renovation, remodel, or mitigation work.
All right, yeah, that's crazy to know that home improvement stores, even at this time, are still having products that contain asbestos. It's kind of a shocker. I think there should be enough information out there where manufacturers would kind of move away from that, but yeah, that's not my area. So, and obviously we hear all the time, I had my building tested last week, and we know it's not hot, and why do we have to keep testing, especially in like these multiple mid-rises and sometimes even high-rises? It's a concern, and people give us pushback on that. So what's the rule, or what's the guideline for that?
Well, we have APCD Rule 1206 that indicates that you have to test every building or apartment or HOA issued work, regardless of the age of the structure. And unless you do that, you won't know whether or not it has asbestos or not. So you get this report, you're able to do your job.
Okay, well that should help a lot of the owners and our management professionals who are in the same business with us here. That people do get pushback on that. So we don't make the rules.
No, we
don't make the rules. We just follow the rules.
Correct.
So that's perfect. So this comes up often where people ask me, "Oh, Frank, what if I remove my popcorn ceiling? I want to do this myself. Do I have to test?" So what's the rule there?
Well, basically anyone can do anything they want in their own home. But my question for you is, where are you going to throw the popcorn away, the materials? If you put it out in your garbage and someone starts rummaging and it gets all over the sidewalk, you could be liable for a public nuisance. If you take it to the landfill, you could be, facing up fines of abating the materials from the landfill, and that's a hefty fine. So I wouldn't take any chances. I would get it tested, prior, have it removed, disposed of by an abatement company if it tests positive, and then you can go on from there. But typically you don't want to take those chances. Asbestos is very harmful when it gets in the air, and you don't want anyone to sue you. So that's the chance you don't want to take.
Yeah, you always wonder, okay, that's down, my ceiling's taken down, you see these bags on the sidewalk or on this trash, but where am I going to put them? So yeah, Sandra makes a good point there, so I would say you're onto that there. So as far as projects go, where would you say the highest concentration or the most common place that people find asbestos in testing? Is it in the walls? Is it in the floors? Is it in the ceilings? I know there's many places, but where do you see the most prevalent?
Well, drywall joint compound, you can find it in tiles, just different masting.
So what part of the house or project would you say tends to give you the most positive indicators when there's asbestos? Is it going to be like in the floors? Is it in the walls? Where do you see it the most?
Well, it's hard to say because a lot of the times I personally don't go there. We have technicians that are certified that come out and they, you know, they see the suspect. They tell you tell us where you want to cut, what you're going to do, and we let you know, okay, this is where we need to take samples. And we don't just sample anywhere. We, you know, we recommend, you guys say yes or no, and we just move forward that way. But typically drywall joint compound, the tiles, the flooring, the drywall, so there's just so many places the fibers can be in, and the only time it's hazardous is when you cut, and, you know, you're cutting
disturbing those
disturbing
fibers
them.
and creating that dust in the air. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, we really appreciate and value the labs that we work with, and it really is in the essence of public health that we call for labs, and we have this air tested properly. We have asbestos, do the inspection to make sure there's no dangers. And I know there's some pushback sometimes on the cost, but believe me, it's well worth it to save a life and to not put somebody in jeopardy. Do you have anything to add to that?
I agree. You don't want to take chances. Asbestos is very harmful when you are cutting through the walls and doing things on your own. Last thing you want to do is cause a health problem.
I agree. Well, we really enjoyed working with you, and thank you so much for coming out
you.
and joining us in this information today, and hope the viewers get a lot out of it.
The team here at Same Day Restoration would like to thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. Huge shout out to Vert Environmental and Sandra for taking the time to spend with us today. Their business information is in the video description. Also, don't forget to click like and subscribe to keep up with our weekly video content. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.